All right, and we're live. Welcome to the next episode of the Envoy. This would be episode 3. I'm gonna change the name here so it says that.
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith. Yeah. Okay, let's talk because things have changed a little bit. If anyone was watching prior, you would notice that some names have changed. Maybe we'll go through what's going on here. So we have a couple of players that couldn't make it. One never made it, and the other one had to drop out, unfortunately. So we're gonna bring it back to our party of 4 because that's what we wanted in the first place. We have a couple of people with us. We have GM of Revan as Draxos. Hello, welcome.
Yo, yippee, yay.
Right. And we have Orbital is Arvidge joining the crew.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then we have our returning cast back. We've got Black Angel is Jai, Tenora,
Yo!
Tenori, or whatever I wrote prior.
Yeah, a little typo there, but it's fine.
Whatever.
Yo, what's up?
And then we have Faye as Lysindra.
Hello, hello.
Awesome. Okay. Let us talk. So when we last left off, Lysindra and Jai were involved directly with. We'll go to the tavern scene just for this recap because I think that'd be fun. So, at the Precious Lantern, they encountered some activity. Seems they were brought along for kind of a spec ops mission involving the Vanguard. Specifically, to back it up a little bit, Lysindra had previously seen a known Vanguard interacting with a noble that's considered in service to the Queen. So this was a bit of a spy and confirm mission. In the process, they were able to find the two together. Not only the two, but several Vanguard that tried to put up a fight. They pretty quickly dispatched the enemies, and one figure got away out the back. One particular lady. So that's what we left off with. Anything else you guys wanted to add to that I missed out on? A recap?
I think you got everything. Other than, unless we want to include the fact that a 1 was rolled and a fire was started and then put out.
There was only minor flames in the Precious Lantern.
Hot stuff strikes again.
We didn't mean it.
Lysindra's minor arson background continues. So, all right. So let's maybe today we're gonna focus a little more on Theater of the Mind as we bring in new people, get the group acquainted. I want to focus a bit on Draxos and Arvidge before we bring everyone together. Now, I know the group was working this out in game while I was scrambling to put everything together, and I appreciate that. But let's maybe go over who Draxos is for the audience and for your GM, if possible.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, my name is Draxos. I'm a gunslinger by trade. That is to say, that is what I can do. Typically speaking, I'm a private investigator, a mercenary of sorts for hire. Usually I'm out in Siglacia helping people out, but because of the Civil War and everything, and having lost my family due to that unfortunate event, I have just taken my time traveling the past couple of months after just kind of dealing with my grief to the city of Talos, where I now have been slinking around looking for work.
Perfect.
And that's who I am.
All right. And I've got an idea there for you. We'll get to that in a second. Let's go over to Orbital's character Arvid real quick. What can you tell us about Arvid?
Yeah, Arvid or Arv is just, your regular run-of-the-mill human. He is a wizard, and he enjoys learning as well as keeping himself alive. He comes from, he has a small thorp, as I learned, which is by far the best thing. It's just a very, very small commune. However, or a commune of wizards that were just researchers, more or less. But it was unfortunately razed to the ground, and since then he has looked to try and focus more on survival, learning how to incorporate magic into keeping himself alive, learning how to be his own strength, but also trying to get reacquainted with life and learning how to interact with people. So he is just a very slight wanderer, but also looking for work, looking to prove himself, and also find those that ruined his village or his thorp, his small commune.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna go through one quick question with both of you again. So for Draxos, like this campaign is going to be very Crown Guard focused. Specifically, people will be attached to the Crown Guard or to the nobles that are in support of the Queen. What is Draxos' current stance or feelings around the Queen and kind of the, I don't know if it's so underground war when it's fighting in the streets in Talos, but what are your thoughts on the current faction conflicts going on?
To be honest, I think Draxos would side with the Crown's Guard only because he's seen the calamity that the Vanguard had brought upon his family. He had heard rumors that the reason why Siglesia has been torn up, specifically the tower that was there during a particular festival, the reason why it came down was because of the Vanguard. Those are the rumors that that Draxos has heard, and he would not side with the Vanguard. He would side with the Crown's Guard. He would follow the rule of the law, just because that it's better to be on the safe side of the law than the wrong side of the law.
Understood. And I'm gonna flip that same question towards Arvid. What are your thoughts on the current faction-based activities, the open fighting between the Crown's Guard, aka the loyalists of Queen, and the Vanguard that is trying to sort of overthrow things for a new future, let's just say?
He has some inklings. Some of the Crown's Guard rub him the wrong way with how this has been breaking down, as he has been a survivor of previous encounters. However, he's not sure which side caused it specifically, so, or at least to his own hometown. So at this point, he's more favorable to whoever pays the most coin whenever something comes up, but he doesn't try and stay too close to them. If anything, he would lean against the Crown's Guard, or if someone were to ask his own opinion of it.
Understood. Okay, why don't we dive into the first scene then? We're gonna go back to our returning cast for this one. So let me just get the right map here. Switch you over. Okay, so this is just for scenic purposes. Feel free to drag Jai and Lysandra. You can drag your tokens out. Jai, yours might still be wrong.
Shit, how do I do that?
Just grab your actor on the on Foundry, and you should be able to pull it onto the screen, onto the black.
I'm not able to, like click and drag, or
Yeah, it should work.
I am not able to do so.
Let me do it for you.
What I can see. Yeah.
Okay.
Same here. How do I click and drag?
Okay. There
Do
we
I
go.
just hit the actors directory or?
Yeah, it should allow you to click and drag. Maybe not. You know, I'm still.
Orbital.
Yeah.
I may be having a bit of fun. I apologize.
No, it was making me dizzy.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I apologize.
Did I do it? I think I did it.
Oh,
Yeah.
do I just put input data or how do I do this?
Okay, cool.
I should be able to. Here. Did that work?
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Can you all move your tokens just to make sure?
Yes.
Yes.
This one's more of a theater of the mind scene, anyways, so we're not gonna worry too much.
All I see is black right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be able to see anything.
Oh, that's because you don't have your character out yet. One sec. There you go.
Hey, there we go.
We're gonna tuck a couple of you to the side here because you're not here yet. So our new characters, we're gonna pull you off. Oh, perfect. Oh,
Oh, I went off. I went
You went
all
really
the way
far.
off.
Yeah.
I went away.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
But-
I'm still not in the scene.
Did
Where am
everyone
I?
go away? What happened to everyone?
No.
Where did everyone go? That's hilarious. You know, I'm just gonna drag a new one on for you. We'll just start with
You took
Jai.
the
Can we control Z that?
I have two characters now. Oh, never mind. We're okay.
There I am. Haha.
Jeez.
Zeraxos, you and I just took a slingshot into heaven there for a second.
Some minor trip.
It was great. It was a. I saw my
Playing
father down
Skyrim and
in
got sent to the
in
moon
the-
by a giant.
hells. It was great. Excellent.
We saw
Sorry.
our families for a brief moment.
Very brief moment.
Okay. So I'm gonna fix the Syndra's. It's gonna drive me nuts if I don't fix that token. Okay, I hate square.
Yeah, I don't know why it's a square.
No, it's all good. I just can't.
I have to be difficult.
My brain's like, yeah, it's gotta be fixed. It's weird. It shows as your character image, but not your. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Easy way. Property token. There we go. I should be able to fix it right here. Fix it?
I don't know.
Nope. Sure didn't. Okay, I'll only give it one more second, and then I'm gonna. One more minute, and then I'm gonna stop. Token.
We trust in the second. We trust.
Tip to be a square. I just have to be square. Oh, it did
Yeah,
it.
we did it. Okay. Maybe a little longer than a second. But
It's fine.
all right. So, you would have a little bit of knowledge about this. Let me just pull up something for myself. Go. That's what I needed. And then one more. Okay. There we go. So, we'll start maybe with, so you're not always briefed in advance as part of the Crown's Guard. And for this, I'm talking about Jai and Lysindra here. You're not always briefed in advance exactly what you're doing. What you've been told so far, for sure, like formal orders, is that you are to prepare for a travel out of town that will be upward of a couple of weeks. And it will involve guard duty. So you're an escort of some sort. You're formally escorting some VIPs to a particular place.
All right.
That's what you have. Now, I'm curious for both of you, would you have tried to dig more and use your various resources to understand more about the situation?
I think Liz would have tried to ask her dad.
Okay. Give me a persuasion roll for that then.
Persuasion. All right.
Not bad. Turns out your dad likes you. So maybe what would you say exactly? Let's do this in character a little bit.
So Dad,
Mhm.
I got chosen for a VIP envoy, and why they chose me of all people for a VIP. Who's the VIP? Do you know?
Well, I've heard that there's going to be a diplomatic envoy heading to Delgaroom, the city of dwarfs. It's to the north of here. I haven't heard who's going exactly. There's been some suggestions.
So there's been rumor.
Indeed. They say that Verant and Nakash, two of the Queen's diplomats, will be there.
Oh, is that why we were sent to the wine tasting? That makes sense.
Indeed. There is something that aligns with that. I don't really have the details exactly, though. It sounds like an important mission. There are some goals, perhaps the Queen's goals, but I know not what she aims by sending her diplomats there.
Well, I will do my best, Father.
I know you will. And, perhaps, if you were to stay maybe, like, a foot or two more away from the flames, open flames of anywhere, just as a precautionary measure.
She puts her head down and just kind of kicks her feet a little bit and... Yes, Father.
Good. You're so close, I feel, to that promotion.
I can taste it.
We established you were a Legion, right? You're part of the General Guard of the Crown's Guard?
Yeah. Yep.
And then we'll go to Jai. Kind of same scenario. Where, if any, would you dig for more information if you wanted it on this particular envoy?
So considering that his family probably wouldn't have too much information about this, but being a high-level Lions Guard, they might. So maybe he could use his rank, maybe a combination of both his rank and his status, as well as maybe a couple of his charms to finesse the answer out of someone.
Anyone in particular?
I guess first person we could ask is what's his name? The
Highwell?
Highwell.
Okay. Yep. Would you have done that like in advance, or would you be aiming to do that? Like, are you looking for prep time? If not, you'll have a scene here, the two of you, very quickly with Highwell. I'll leave it to you. Like, if it's something you want to do, gather information on. Versus...
Jai's the kind who would gather information beforehand, not like ask someone.
I think you two we've established that the two of you on screen like have some mutual respect. So,
Yeah.
persuasion. I'll give you a +1 bonus to it as well.
Alrighty.
Actually, rather, I'm gonna stay within the 5e thing.
27.
I'll give you advantage. So roll it twice.
All right.
Okay.
26.
Okay. He would say, or actually, let's start with how would Jai approach the inquiry?
So, Highwell, I've been hearing about this envoy slash guard duty thing. Rumors have been making the rounds. This doesn't seem like a normal bodyguard assignment. Do you know anything about it?
Yes, I'm assigned as well.
Hmm.
I had some conversations with some of my contacts, and well, it's just rumors, of course. I think the Queen herself might be coming.
Well, shit. Well, that would explain why some of the two most decorated and highly ranked Lions Guard are coming along with a couple diplomats. That would definitely explain the increased security.
Quite so.
Well, frankly, the Queen's business is not my concern. I don't care why we're doing this. The fact that she's there, that's all I need to know. Right. Let's maybe, if we hear this rumor spreading around the barracks, let's do our best to nip it in the bud and make sure it doesn't spread. I think that's probably best for us, yes?
Agreed.
Alright. And then we'll proceed to do so. And all that stuff.
Okay, perfect. So we're gonna skip forward to Lysindra and Jai together. You're with Hyrule, as you are in basically the city center. They're not trying to hide this envoy. This is a very public, almost like a parade, as the envoy, the royal envoy, begins to gather. You see the first cart roll in.
Yeah.
It has the royal banners, and you see for a second two figures come out. I don't know why it's giving me the wrong icon. There we go. You see Nakash, who you've met prior. He steps out and waves to the crowd of onlookers and then walks back in. Alongside him exits the Queen, Queen Godfrey. Her nose turned up slightly. She puts a warm smile on her face as she looks at the crowd and spends a moment waving to everyone, and then kind of re-enters the carriage that she's in.
Jai is, at this point, very on guard, making sure to peel, look through the crowd, like scrutinize all around him or on the crowd, because this is the perfect setup for an ambush, or I don't have bombs been invented yet, because I'm imagining some guy stepping out of the crowd with like a grenade, freaking 19th century or 20th century style, and just throwing it at the carriage and blowing people up. It's like that's what I'm trying to avoid happen right now.
So you notice something in particular. Actually, I'll give you a perception roll because it's kind of chaotic here, right? Even though all attention's on her.
Ooh, damn, 24.
Very good. So your eyes glue right quickly to someone that seems to step forward. It's one of those scenarios where, like in fandom, right? It's like, it doesn't matter whether they're a threat or not. They're if they get in proximity, they're a threat. If they're unknown,
yeah.
Right? So this person, this older man, comes up and he's like, it's when the queen's just going back into her carriage, and he's like, Queen Godfrey, and then he approaches. Now, this is something I didn't describe for you, but something very important that you all would know. The queen doesn't go anywhere without her custodes, her royal bodyguard. These are elite warforged. And the moment that guy gets close, he gets sent quickly 20 feet back by one of the warforged that just puts out a hand and thrusts him back.
Iron Man.
The man kind of stumbles. You notice that he doesn't really, he doesn't land on his head or anything, and it doesn't look like any more harmful than a throw. Definitely dazes the guy as he tumbles and kind of rolls end over end before kind of sitting back up and starting to climb back to his feet. The warforged says, give the queen her piece. And you see there's about a dozen of these custodes that are
All right.
surrounding her wagon specifically. All right. So with that, we have what is our second wagon. And we're going to bring into the scenario Draxos and Arvidge. The two of you find yourselves with someone who has hired you. And tell me if this doesn't make sense to you and we can figure out another way. But my thought on this is that Verant, who's one of the Queen's advisors, is the one who hired the both of you. Draxos, specifically, you're to be his personal bodyguard. Does that make sense for you? Or no? If not, let me know.
Yeah. Works for me.
Sorry, that one was for Draxus. I just want to confirm.
Sorry. Hey.
Yeah, all good.
Yep, that works for me.
Okay, perfect. And then Arvidge, now you are. It sounds like your character is involved not only in magic but in things that are scholarly. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay. So you would be brought along for this, I think. Verant being one of the more, what's the word I'm looking for? Influential, I guess, figures in the city. He would be hiring you. I believe money was tough for you, we established. So he would be hiring you in as an events keeper. So you are to track the logistics of this envoy, as well as like take names and take notes for what takes place, like a chronicle.
All right. Yeah.
Does that resonate with you as a player?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so the two of you find yourself with Verant. The halfling noble looks to the two of you with a smile. Such a lovely day for a journey, wouldn't you agree?
I'd say so. There, you kind of, you see Draxos kind of sniff the air, like his leather glove, like a finger from his leather glove, a little bit, and points it towards the air a little bit, and then taps it on his skin. Yeah, air seems fair, but closer to you might need to expect the unexpected, sir.
Of course. I would agree. These roads are dangerous, and things are heating up. I would recommend keeping an eye on our surroundings. And Draxos, I do not blame you if you'd rather take to a mount alongside the Crown's Guard. Just try not to get in their way. They're very particular about their duties.
Aye, of course. They know about us and our Vige here as being part of the caravan. Yes?
Well, they know
Oh,
what
got it.
they need to. Indeed.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll go make my introductions and I'll let him know about Arvish. Arvish, you doing good? Do you need water? Do you need ink? What do you need anything?
Uh, at this time, how long have we just been along the carriage side? Is that correct?
Yeah, you were riding in to the town hall, so you've probably only been riding for like 20 minutes on a horse,
Okay.
slowly through the city.
I am currently slightly dazed out. I look like I'm in a haze and kind of shake myself back. I'll be okay. The
Great,
ground is
that's
much closer
awesome.
now.
That
Yeah.
is excellent. You're doing great. You're doing fine. I think you hired the right people for the job, Lord Barant.
Yes, you did. You did. Correct.
I'd be inclined to agree, he says with a nod.
When the carriage stops, I'll talk to a couple of the Crown's Guard to let them know that we're with you.
And almost as on key, the carriage comes to a stop. You see another, as you exit, you see another carriage. It's surrounded by Warforged on all sides. And a couple of the Crown's Guard dressed in the colors of House Godfrey and the Crown's Guard. They stand positioned sort of around the general area.
Do I see any of the Crown's Guard, specifically the members of our party in Liz and Jai?
You do. You see Liz, Jai, and someone you would probably not know, actually, in your case, along with them. So 3 Crown's Guard together.
He's going to just perceive his cart just to make sure that it's only Lord Barant and Arvish in the cart before he steps out.
Perfect.
Okay, and then he's going to step out and he's going to approach this way. He's going to nod and salute towards the Warforge before he nods and salutes to the Crown's Guard. Good day. Good afternoon.
Well, it's been a while, hasn't it, Draxus?
Hey, a familiar face. Yeah, it's been a while. Long time no see. So this is where you get up to.
When I can.
Hmm.
You can tell that Jai's his attention is sort of on you, but also, still looking around as a Crown's Guard should.
Yep.
I'm
Similar
glad
fashion.
it seems we'll have a question. To add a character, would you say that Draxos is a bit so personality wise, he's kind of like what sort of how remember how you describe him again?
It's friendly.
Friendly?
Draxos is friendly to a degree.
To a degree. You said he was kind of a chaos gremlin? A little bit?
No. He's
Okay,
he's controlled.
He's controlled. Okay, never mind. In that case, I'm not gonna say. Well, I'm glad we'll have at least a couple more able-bodied individuals to help us out here.
Absolutely. He's going to turn to Jai and he's going to look towards this individual and this individual. Good day. And then he's going to look over to whoever seems to be the most, apart from Jai, who would be the most able to listen to what he has to say before he goes back to the cart.
That is most certainly, I think in this case in particular, it's Jai, then the other Lion's Guard that stands beside him, this guy right here.
So he's going to just clock that Liz is there and this Lion's Guard is there, and he's going to look over to Jai. Hey, just listen, just so you know that I was hired by Lord Barant in the second caravan just after Milady, her
Lord
Royal
Barant is
Highness.
Yes. Interesting.
Yes. Yes, I was hired to be here, so just so you know, there's myself, another individual named Arvish, and of course Lord Barant, and we're going to be traveling with the caravan as well.
All right.
See.
Just thought I would let you know so that we can identify, and then we'll see you when we stop at our first break on the road.
Will
Thanks,
do.
that's helpful.
Yes, my lady. Good day. And you see that Draxos has like the worst, corniest smile ever the moment Liz speaks up.
Awesome.
Hi, how are you? It is like the worst. He's trying to be friendly, but he clocks that you're there.
Lysindra just kind of goofy grins back at him and goes to shake his hand and says, Lysindra Cardithis.
Ah, very, very great. Oh, you have a very firm grip. Draxos, nice to meet you. Hi, sir. He kind of salutes to the other guy as soon as he
Say-
extracts his hand from the
say-
handshake.
When while they're doing the handshake, Jai sort of like does a side, like sort of whispers to Highwell on the side of like a couple of charmers we got over here.
I will not.
Draxus will just nod and, all right, now, well, we'll see you soon. And he will go back to the cart and tell Arvish as well as Lord Baranta, I've told them that we're here, we're present. I'll walk alongside the caravan a little ways until we get out of town, and then we start having to pack up. I want to make sure that we're ready and good and in the clear.
Well done, well done.
Yep. And he'll just stand guard.
Arvid, do you have all your... do you have everything you need before we begin?
Yes. I guess the
Excellent.
question would be, would I have just wanted to ask real quick, would I have had access to the carriage beforehand? To Veron's carriage, prior to riding out here?
Under escort, yes. So there would have been like, to make sure that there's nothing stowed away secretly, the Crown's Guard have been monitoring these carriages. But if you were just looking to pack up stuff ahead of time that you didn't want under the eye of everybody, you could have done that. Like, just the only one that would have been there is like a Crown's Guard security kind of thing.
Of course. I probably would have told the Crown's Guard as well, especially if I'm hired help, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I am very suspicious of a lot of things, so I would have probably set up, taken a little bit of time before the carriage came out to place an alarm spell around the carriage. For all of our compatriots, I am very skeptical, even with the Crown's Guard there. So I would have just placed it around the carriage for our safety, right?
Got it.
Yeah. So as long as that's there, and I'm still dancing in and out of vision, so I do have my familiar high in the sky watching out as well.
Perfect.
But I believe I'm okay.
All right. Okay, so just give me 1 sec, folks. Feel free to role play for a second. I gotta fix something here on my end. 1 sec.
Well, it's looking like a nice day out, sir. Nothing too bad. Crowd looks good. Crowd looks happy. And he's saying that to Barant, while also looking out over the crowd. He'll nod towards Jai again whenever they cross eyes, but they're also looking around the crowd as well. And, hey Arvij, anything you see around here? No, you're good.
You you watch a falcon fly down onto your shoulder and just give you a nod.
I'm gonna just for me. I'm just gonna see if I know anything about that. Just for me. Just for me. Well, you're a pretty little hawk, aren't you? You're so gorgeous. Wow, look at you. Look at that plumage.
It's quite silvery in order as well, so it's not your regular everyday falcon, but it looks like a falcon, I'm sure.
Wonder who owns you. You look so lovely. What a beautiful, like, you hear Draxos while he's paying attention, but he's looking at this bird on his shoulder, just complimenting the heck out of it. Obviously Draxos likes animals.
Draxos.
Whoa,
That's
yeah,
me.
Arvij, there's a Yeah, I see. Yeah, you're you. Listen, there's like this amazing bird on my shoulder.
Are you looking back at me right now?
Yeah, right now Arvish is looking right
You
back. I
you are
see you. You're
seeing me
there.
just wave my arms inside of the carriage. I'm not actually
He,
waving at you. I'm just waving. Uh, the
he
falcon is
waves right
currently
back. He
yeah, like
waves right back like I don't comprehend what you're trying to tell me here.
uh,
Are you look? And he's gonna point towards the bird. The bird looks to you like he's just gonna point to the bird on his shoulder.
the bird actually shakes his head and starts to just kind of gently hover around you at this point. And I go,
Oh, okay. Have
I'm
fun in the
bird."
air, buddy.
Yeah.
See you later. Ah, that's
Oh,
such a nice bird. And then he's going to open the carriage and go, Arvish, you need something? You kept saying something to me.
Oh, no, I'm. That's me. That's me. I thought
that's
we talked about
you.
this. Yes, yes,
It's
yes.
you.
Yes. He's mine. He's very pretty.
Oh.
His name is yes. His name is V. For my name. He's very nice. He's very nice.
V. VI or
Yes.
V?
Yes.
Out of character, VI or VE?
VEE. So two E's. Yeah.
Silverhawk.
I have perfect naming conventions, by the way.
Familiar of Arvish. Oh, okay, gotcha. Right, we're keeping that on the down low. You told me about this, and
Yes.
beautiful bird. Just so you know. Sorry. Continue what you're doing for work. He'll turn to Varant and be like, "Hey, do you need anything? You're good."
I'm quite fine. I could use some
Fantastic.
wine, but I'll wait till the road.
Wine.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in check. I'll look for a wine for you, sir.
He
And I'll
nods.
close the door. Close the door again and go back to attention.
Awesome. Thanks. That was awesome. I like the vibe of this crew for right now so far. I'm digging it.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead.
Liz kind of chuckles at this whole situation happening right now.
You'd think for a guy as well traveled as him, he'd have seen a magical bird in this before.
Not necessarily. My dad told me that Varant was coming, but he didn't say anything about the queen.
Yeah. That's why we're going to be keep our eyes extra peeled for this, because this is prime assassination attempt.
Yeah,
Situation.
let's not let that happen.
Hyrule nods. I agree. I think when this is all through, I'm going to talk to some people. Just seems whoever arranged this, it's very pointless to bring the queen out here before we leave. It compromises security.
Might as well have published the route that the envoy is going to take in advance and circulate it throughout the entire city. At this rate.
He nods.
Right.
Well, we have a handful of us, though most are Legion, not Lions Guard. Even still, with all the custodes we have, I can't see this going poorly. Jai, I'm going to lead up front in the vanguard on my mount. Jai, Lysindra, you may ride where you wish.
Very well. If that's the case, then I'm assuming that Highwell's probably going to have sort of like a formation around the Queen's carriage, and then maybe that leaves Lysindra and I with room to go either side of
The second
of Rod's carriage.
Yeah, sounds good. And so the way this is gonna look is Hyrule is running like at the forefront of the vanguard, and then immediately behind him is the custodes on their strange warforged mounts that they ride. which I wanna pull up like some kind of Mega Man X kind of vibe for those. I think that would be cool. Some kind of a rush or whatever. It's just like half hovering, flying rather than riding. That would be cool. I'll think about that between the sessions here. What those mounts look like, but they are on their Warforged mounts. On top of that, then we have the second carriage, and we have most of the rest of the Legion that aren't custodes, and the couple of Lion Guards present, and then we have Lysindra and Jai. Lysindra is so close, just that one candle fire away from getting promoted. I did want to note this for the player because I thought it was funny. I actually had like earmarked you as getting a promotion in the story at that scene, but the candle fire is the only reason you didn't, based on your background. So,
Oh, yeah.
which
That
fits
little
the-
bit of arson, you know, that
Yeah.
little bit of arson.
just a little bit.
That's lame.
Which, it gets in the way of the city watch thing a little bit, but so
That's
Just a little
okay.
bit. Just a little bit. It's fine. We're gonna be away from the city, away from anything that could possibly start a major fire. So we'll be good.
That's what you think.
everything's fine.
It's not the carriage is made of wood or anything. Definitely not.
He just
Everything's
raised
fine.
about 5 different flags. I would just like to point out with that statement.
Yeah, everything is fine. We're not gonna get attacked. We're not gonna get in. It's gonna be great.
Okay.
Have we had a rest since that fight, by the way?
Oh yeah, it's been a
Yeah.
couple of weeks.
Okay.
So yeah.
How do
This
you
is 2
do
weeks
a long
after.
rest in this actually?
How would you do it?
Like yeah, how do you like reset the sheet to be like, oh,
Oh,
yeah, long
gotcha.
rest, whatever.
That is a really good question. I've not played it on yet. Let's figure it out. We got a minute.
I believe there's a long rest button on the sheet, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Underneath your hit dice.
Yeah, but I'm trying to find where that is.
Hit dice. Look for your hit dice.
Hit die.
It's right beside your hit points.
Ah, long rest. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right.
All right.
Alrighty.
And then I just realized Jai's token's still wrong too. Give me
We'll get
one
it fixed eventually.
right? One of these days. There we go. That should work. Or not. Doesn't matter. So, off we set through Talos. So the envoy now begins to ride, and it's almost like a parade. Like there's people lining up to watch it go.
Jai really does not like this at all.
Yeah, it's an awkward setup given the fact that the Vanguard themselves are openly warring in the streets and towns with them. But I think what this looks like is I'll give you either like I want to say perception is probably the most relevant here. Or I'd also take just like a straight intelligence roll
I'll
from
go
those
perception.
that are observing.
Perception.
I gotta roll as well.
Oh yeah.
24 for me.
A 20.
Awesome. So are folks that are succeeding here, which 3 out of 4. Draxus, you're just probably tending to
The
Veront
bird's
at
very
the time.
distracting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm being both his bodyguard and his pool boy.
it seemed like you're hooking him up. He'll tip you. But so for those that are a little more on edge, a little more fearful, what you do see throughout the streets is every time you're like, ooh, that would be a really good place to set up an ambush, you see another Legionnaire or Crown's Guard, like you see another Crown's Guardman in station. Like they have completely secured this whole path out of the city. Like,
Okay,
it's pretty
good.
impressive. So you go about 3 or 4 city blocks and you start to go, okay, things look better. Like, there's nothing to worry about here. And
I'm still gonna worry.
yeah, that's fine. Like, I should have established that. You're absolutely welcome to continue worrying whenever I tell you. You don't have to worry. But you do clear the city gates and out into the forest heading north, or forest out into the desert heading north.
All right. Once we clear the city gates, then Jai's a bit less on edge after that.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
You're right over there.
Let me tell you, I want to have a talk with whoever planned that potential disaster. I mean, sure, they did have, people on every single street corner, every single possible ambush avenue. But having the Queen parade in the middle of the city when you have Vanguard actively attacking people in the streets? I'm just questioning the logic here.
Maybe that was half of it. The showmanship.
You're not gonna make more friends that way, though. Realistically.
Fair.
Would I be able to hear this conversation because they're surrounding the second carriage, right? Like
Yeah.
these two
Yeah,
are
I think
near
so.
the second.
I don't see a problem with that.
Where Draxos is, he's sitting beside the. He's standing outside, holding on to, like, I know depending on what kind of carriage it is, he's where the footman would be.
Mhm.
So Draxos has kind of stationed himself behind the carriage, Veron's carriage, looking out and around, very poorly, mind you, but looking up and around, in the place where the footman carriage is. And if he hears that through the horses clip clopping and like just all the noise, he'll go, "She's the queen. She doesn't need an excuse."
Well, that may be true. It's still... I doubt she was the one that planned all of this.
Well then, let's do your jobs.
I am doing my job. I can
And
question-
you are looking very mighty powerful, Jai. Very powerful indeed.
You're always a charmer, Draxus.
Very much so. I work on it 10 times a day, 7 days a week. Maybe 4 hours of sleep after in between a shot of rum. But who's counting?
Apparently you are.
Yes, I am. And he kind of like does like the Superman like pose while he's also trying to look all dashing and debonair, but failing miserably.
Awesome.
Oh man. So I would like to, I have a falcon currently hovering above the carriage and the convoy.
Mhm.
And I'm just keeping a very watchful eye. But when I hear them talking about that, I go, I can do that too, yeah. And I try and reach out my hand and just punch the carriage wall by accident. It's a very small carriage, I think, right? Like, this is not that large.
It'd be designed to carry like 4 people and their luggage.
Okay, so fair decent bit of room. While in here, I would like to try and speak. Veron, what is this about? This is a much larger convoy, and I mean, there has to be something behind it, right?
I would imagine so. Yes.
Were you not informed?
Well, I think it's to the Queen's best interest that alliances be formed where they be possible. But with the increase in the Vanguard's presence and strength, it's only best that the Queen establish formal ties where she can, in foreign councils or those councils that do not owe direct fealty, such as Siglacia. Delgarum is very much its own entity of sorts. It has its own independent strength. We are not. We are neither at odds nor fast friends. Perhaps the Queen's direct entry in Delgaroom will change that for us. Proper ties can be made.
I see, and you are not privy to who she is meeting?
I am here to advise. You can do an insight check if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna see about this. All right. Because I don't think we were just hired as hired guns, right? We were not really as basically bodyguards for hire. We're not truly informed of what's going on.
More so, Draxus, you're almost like an aide, right? Like you'd be like his not like a servant, right? But like almost like a pupil. Like this could get you into the rubbing shoulders with the diplomatic.
Okay, so for Arv that would be
For
okay. So that would be
Arvish,
huge then, yeah.
Not for Draxos. Draxos is outside.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how loud we're talking. I was trying to do this one-on-one, but if they're around, they might hear this as well, right?
It's possible. Listen and
If the carriage doors are closed, the chances are probably no.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do an insight check real quick.
I'll do a perception check as well, just to make sure that I can hear.
Ooh, yeah.
That helps.
Oh,
Buddy hears nothing. He doesn't know what you're asking. He doesn't know what's going on inside the carriage.
Right.
All right. So
you heard Jai's
insight check.
whistling outside.
Yeah. Hey, okay. That's
good.
17, I guess.
Yeah.
That's not terrible.
He definitely knows. Not only does he know what the Queen's involved in, he's very like that little smile indicates he's probably partially responsible for orchestrating or organizing this.
Let's see. I curl a smile myself. Oh, Verance. You've always been so sneaky, and I've learned so much with that. If there's anything I can do to help to only advise, I will be at your service. And then I go right back to the Falcon and zone off inside the carriage.
He nods. He says, "I will keep that in mind." With that, we're gonna move forward a little bit because we will wrap pretty soon. A few hours into the ride, probably early to mid-afternoon, you come across the particular part in the road where it begins to bend, and I think this is that point where for the Crown's Guard, formally you're raised to higher alert, because where typically the desert is full of nice visible vistas for your eyes, you are kind of going through like what is a bit more of like, picture like a western cavern. Like there are dunes and then there are rock outcrops, and what it does is it presents a favorable point of ambush.
Yeah.
So I'll let you guys decide what you want to do. You're formally like Hyrule signals the command for higher alert, like, and I think what's your passive perception in the wagon, so we know?
Probably zilch, let's be honest.
I have a 15. If we're going based on passive, way better than my rolls.
Okay. Right.
I think mine is 15 as well. I don't actually see where it is on this.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm not yet calling for perception. It's more I wanted to see if Arvid and basically if those inside the carriage are aware that they're going through like a higher alert area, or if they're kind of blissfully unaware.
I have because it's just it's 10 plus your wisdom, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Then it's
Wisdom.
13. So.
Okay.
Draxus will kind of tap the top part of the carriage a little bit and lean down around where he can see there's a bit of a open window or something. And he'll just kind of tap on the glass a little bit before he comes down a little bit more, opens the carriage door a little bit so he can speak to Barant and our region size. We're heading into where there's some dunes, outcrops, and some, I think they're called, not vistas, but it's like starts with an M.
Mesas.
Mesas, thank you. We're coming in across through some mesas here as well. There might be some enemies outlying. Keep sharp. And then he closes the wagon door and goes back to where the footman is, looking around as well, using his passive perception instead of rolls.
No. That was just to see if you overheard it. You all can now make a perception roll.
Okay.
Come on, buddy. Please roll high.
Hey, nice.
Why?
All right,
Huzzah.
and I have that's 23. Nice.
22, 22, 23, and
With Draxos.
Draxus is having their own time.
I'm gonna change my dice if that's okay. I am changing my virtual dice.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not dealing with this.
Yeah. So this is like quite a series. Like it's like, you go in and out of these things. Like it's not like it's just you're constantly surrounded by these what do we call them, mesas? Like it's more like you're going through a series of them, and you pass through a lot of them for what seems like 30 minutes of high alertness, nothing and nothing and nothing and nothing and nothing. But then, for those that are looking with their eyes outward, you see there are a couple of figures. They stand at quite a distance, like they're pretty far away. Those who pass, you see them. It looks like they are like a local tribe of some sort, wanderers, nomads. They are just for context, they are just barely visible in sight. That's how far they are away. So they're nowhere in range of anything. They just seem to be watching, and you see like they have like a big herd animal that they're wandering with. They just kind of stop and watch as you ride by, and that's all you see.
Well, we're out of the blue, out of the sketchy area for now.
Are they? They're not following us or anything, are they?
Nope. They seem to kind of like just be standing still and observing. You probably to not come, get within range of you. Some of the people that choose to be out here in the wilderness, they don't want to encounter people from the city, right? Unless they have to trade.
I would like to send V a little bit higher and get a good scout area. That
Okay.
I don't know. That makes me uneasy a little bit. Does could he just do like a once around just around our area for a bit?
Yeah, sure.
Would that be a perception check with his with
Yeah,
its
go ahead and give me
modifiers,
another
guys?
perception, please.
Okay, so that'll be. I think it's only like a 1 for a falcon. So
Sounds right.
yeah. Oh, he's good.
Okay. Yeah, you send him out. He's going to get that wider view. He doesn't seem to raise alarm to you about those figures. Like they seem to be. I'll give you this, like, because I believe the falcon has like the really good eyesight, right? So, they look like an orc tribe of some sort. Like, and by that I mean these are orcs that are a bit more like like lengthy, like long and a bit more gaunt. Like they're more fit for a desert diet, I guess would be the way to think of it, right? Like you had to live out here, you're not eating 300 grams of protein a day, right? So they're not
Yeah.
they're not these big giant hulking orcs you might see elsewhere. They're a bit more lengthy in life, still athletic, just more fit for this lifestyle.
Okay.
It's with that, Arvij, that your alarm goes off.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, I'm
use
on
my
the
language.
carriage. I'm on
Everyone
the
would hear
carriage.
that alarm. I'm pretty sure.
Yes,
yeah,
it's very loud.
Yeah.
What would Draxos see? Because
Yeah.
he's outside of the carriage, but he's paying attention.
Okay.
Yes, and the only people that would be informed of this would be Draxos and Varant and whichever Crown's Guard
Right.
was with me at that time.
And so you all hear the alarm go off, right? Because you're all in the same exact area. The second.
Mhm.
Right.
Okay. And I'm going to give you all a second to react. Then I will give you kind of exactly what you see. So as you first hear the alarm, what are your immediate actions? Let's go around. Draxos, what are you doing the moment you hear the alarm?
Well, considering my perception checks have been amazing, can I do a quick survival check?
Yeah.
I don't know how you would want to term this, but the way I think about survival is like it's instinctive. The moment the alarm goes off, he's got his one of his weapons out, ready to go. Not the pistol, not the blunderbuss, but he would have his hand crossbow ready to go,
Sure.
and he'd be taking a quick look.
Absolutely. So we'll give you that roll. You can roll it while you're doing that.
Hey.
What is Jai doing?
Jai is immediately drawing his daggers,
Okay.
and actually, specifically his psychic daggers. That they sort of just appear in either hand, and is also perception negating around.
Okay.
Oh,
That is a natty 20.
Awesome. Okay. Perfect. That's going to play in for you very nicely. Lysindra. What is she?
Lysindra is probably going to look around and then, depending on what she sees, try to stunning strike it.
Okay, so you're looking around for the enemy. You can give me a perception as well. And last but not least, Arvij.
I would hear it because I'm in the Falcon right now, actually taking a look. I think so. It would take me. Sadly, I think the alarm would go off. I wouldn't hear it with my own ears, so it would take me a moment to get back to my own form.
I feel like the way alarm works, because it's magical, I think it's a little different. I think you just know. Like it suggests.
Oh, because it is my spell.
Mm-hmm, it's your spell.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm snapping back and pointing what looks to be a calligrapher's quill at wherever the spell broke at.
Okay.
Because I would know where the spell was broken into, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just pointing what looks to be just a feathery quill at whatever the heck is broken in.
You see in the carriage, those in the carriage that can see Arvij. You see Arvij turn and point like backwards behind you where you just passed through to your side. And I think just for adding some dramatic value to this, Draxos, you look there and you see nothing but sand.
Draxos is going to say that out loud to Jai. Oh, we lost somebody.
We lost Jai, I think. No.
Oh, there he
Faye's
is.
back.
So, I will say that to Jai, Arvij, and I'm presuming Lysandra is here with us. Like they're the closest to Crown's Guard to us, and I'll say behind us, sand's covering it. I can't see very well, but it's behind us.
So
he's going to check into Lord Barant and be like, Lord Barant,
Yeah,
Just be careful.
He looks super nervous at this, like seeing this, and then all of you begin to hear this loud, almost like growing sound. It's like I need dex saves from everyone. Jai, you may do this at advantage, good sir, because of your critical.
You
Hell
would choose
yeah.
my dump stat. You would choose my dump stat for this.
Shoot, how do I roll a dex
Okay. I have a
saving throw?
I know exactly why he
Advantage.
did
Whoops,
not say very well.
Okay.
23.
Oh.
So how do I do those?
Dex saving throws?
Yes. I'm trying to take a
Oh.
look.
On the sheet.
Click on the word dexterity.
Oh, just click on dexterity. Oh, I see it. Perfect. Thank you.
Sorry about my dropping.
No, it's okay.
Good, you're good.
Can't control that.
Draxos, you and I are just in a world of pain right now.
We're like that's because you were going back to yourself, and it maybe the way I'm picturing it, it's like a snap moment decision. Like we have like less than 6 seconds. Draxos gave the word, and then he drops out of the carriage to deal with whatever is coming.
Mm-hmm.
I will literally drop off the carriage just to face whatever is headed our way.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, those that succeeded the dex of saving throw of 15, which is Jai and the Syndra. So here's what happens as we wrap up for the night, and we're gonna make this thematic, and then we'll get into the mechanics of what happens at the end of the cliffhanger next time.
Sure.
There is this loud, almost like a buzzing, roaring culmination that comes to a close with a rippling blast outward. And it's not fire, it's not explosion, it's energy. Whatever that energy is, though, it comes with force. And you see both carriages, like as the audience, not as you, hurl into the air.
Oh no.
In a flipping motion. And all of you are going to be sent off your mounts, off your, as we land in the desert. Those who succeeded will take very minimal damage from the scenario. Those who did not will face a bit more as we begin next time.
Oh shit!
With the ambush.
Statically, because Draxos was shouting it out loud, I think he gets blasted off just as he's trying to get to both Arvish and Baron to try to get them to safety.
Yeah.
That is where.
Yeah.
That sounds
This
great.
is
We're
the
inside.
You know what the best part about this is that the alarm goes off on someone behind you, but the blast actually occurs right between the two wagons.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's actually in front of you. So it's like you're trying to worry about whatever it was behind you that triggered this alarm, which has to be a creature, by the way. And then something very nasty happened in front of you. And we'll begin.
We're gonna get into fighting.
Yeah, it'll be finally time for some fighting in this game. So,
Okay.
all right. Hope you all enjoyed it, and we'll see you back for next week.
You, boss, you're doing great.
You.
Take care.
Bye,
Good night,
everyone.
everybody. See ya.
Have a good one.